Yep. Holding this good day away. Gonna do this real quick before we get out of here. Carter today for 8/14/2025. Struggling patience. Patiently being controlled. Just say and get ready to swallow. Because it's time for your medicine. And that's really what it is. When you are patiently being a patient, you always got some kind of sickness. Basically, what you hear me call spiritual hypochondria, which is where a lot of people are at. Yeah, better be careful. A lot of people are no better than a TikTok challenge. You know how when somebody starts something and then everybody thinks that's the trend, and now everybody is emulating. The keyword stroking y'all. And it's setting you up for things much bigger because it becomes your accepted programming. They tell y'all what is the best format for you to invest in, and then you get a couple people who do it, and then everybody else says, oh, wow, that looks magnificent, and now they're doing it too. Don't believe me, just watch. All I'm going to say is that I'm telling you next year is going to be about spiritual empathy. It is going to show you where your spiritual addictions, your need to find definition in some of these systems or these ideologies or methodologies of quote unquote healing. Holiness Goddess. If you don't understand that you are only buying into a system that is only telling you to pull yourself further apart in order to learn how to hold yourself together, it won't be nothing anybody can say. Just watch out. 2026, spiritual addictions are going to be real high and heavy, and they're setting y'all up for it now. But y'all going to keep on healing your inner child, though. 8/14/2025. Struggling patiently being controlled. Why? Because you're being told what to think, how to think, and the best way to think through it. So 8/14/2025. Oops, what did I tell you 2025 was last year? The year of guidance. But I also told you guidance can be trickery. You are being tricked because the guidance that you are being given to is connecting you, 5, to what's making you feel like you're moving, what's making you feel like you're making gains. I'll just say this. And I really need for you, I don't need for you, but I, as your reflection, I'd advise you to take your ego out of the game for a few minutes. Sit down and just go down your timeline. Sit down and go down your timeline and say, holy shit. That did sound good because I'm trauma bonding. Because I'm trauma bonding, I'm trauma nurturing, and I'm trauma responsive. So it felt good for me to think that that was going to be a proper process. And here's the key words: to be me. But no, I've been tricked into thinking that I got to go back to who I was to figure out who I am. But that ain't really the way it worked. Who you were gave you the opportunity to be who you are. Dumping who I am into thinking that I'm going to fix who I was so I could be a better who I am. Holy shit, you're a fucking time machine. Now you're being guided into taking your fires to figure out how to stop burning yourself. But holy shit, you no longer own your own flame. You're a fucking phoenix. You're a phoenix. You are fit to keep on going through experiences just because you have been tricked into thinking that I'm going to end up being healed. But you're the one that is only perpetuating your own sickness. You are virally feeding programming that is telling you that you got to fix the past in order to have a better present. But the only thing you're doing is developing a future based off of your past. You are patiently not healing yourself by buying ideologies that are tricking you into thinking that you are sick. Resonance only, but again, let your life tell your tale. You don't own your own fire. You Oya, fit for a fucking fight. No disrespect, oh yeah. But fit for a fucking fight. Always got her fist balled up and ready to go to war. Why? In case some motherfucker starts something. Well, holy shit, that means you more responsible to what people are gonna do to you than what you doing to yourself. And that's where a lot of y'all are. Don't struggle today. Humor me. I got about 13 minutes. And if you want to share, do so. But Zuri, what are you struggling with? All I can do is offer you a perspective. I don't have your answers. Because we're all doing this from our own individual perspective. But we got to stop telling ourselves we have answers that only leave us in mindsets still buying into struggle. The first format is, if I'm still struggling and I'm telling myself what I think I know might only be keeping me in struggle. So if you want to expose what you think you're struggling with, I can give you a perspective. But the first thing, continuing on my reading, you struggling, being a patient, you might need some medication. Why? Because what's guiding you? Really, that's my whole thing. That's why I always say resonance and ignorance. I can't give it to you. You said, I'm on a parasite detox protocol, raw diet, trying to heal health issues. I can't tell you 100% that what you're doing, I'm just telling you what my intuition is telling me though. I can't tell you 100% that what you're doing is 100% wrong. But what people don't understand is you can't systematically shock your body from being toxic into thinking that that's going to take out toxicity. You understand that? You have to understand that the human body is in a state of withdrawal. People always talk about, man, I was a drug addict and then they took it away from me and I had the sweats and all this other shit. We are constantly being drugged. Everything's in the water. Everything's in the food. Everything's in medicine. Everything's in the air. Everything's in our mind. You cannot think that I'm just going to drink 12 cups of watermelon juice a day and holy shit, I'm healed. Your body is inundated with natural, unnatural fillers. That is why you cannot just get out there and cut the dandelions out the yard and, oh shit, my blood pressure is good. We can't do that anymore. We've taken in so many toxins that we are the toxins. You understand what I'm saying? So people, and again, this ain't no different, and I'm sorry if this is going to piss some people off. This ain't no different than motherfuckers out here selling sea moss and don't understand that if you take too much sea moss, which becomes carrageenan. If you cook it too long, it's carrageenan. If you cook it too long, you ain't doing nothing but clogging your whole fucking body. Think that if I take elderberry, but I don't know, unstable connection, fuck y'all TikTok. Taking elderberry, but if I don't know that if I have pre-existing conditions such as lupus and Graves and other autoimmune diseases, that it might counteract those conditions. You understand? We just take what we've been, holy shit. We just take what I've been guided to take because they said that's how I'm going to get out of all this sickness. And they're offering us these miracle diets and these fasting systems that are tailored for the masses, but not for your asses. Don't make me turn to Dr. Umar on y'all. Let me quit playing. But you understand what I'm saying? What works for one will not work for all. So sometimes trying to go too deep into detoxification might be causing more harm than good. And I saw that this morning in motherfucker resonance only because I'm a meat eater. Fuck you on that one. We ain't supposed to be eat. The ancestors didn't eat meat. And the ancestors sitting here saying, shit. But you get that thought in your head. Here's the thing. You saying you're almost done. And that's fine. You also have to understand that when you do detox your body properly, sometimes your body will go into rebellion. And it ain't going into rebellion because it's making you sick. It's going into rebellion because you instituted a change and it's trying to see if it can get you to go back into the cycle. Holy shit, that's some deeper programming shit. When you start making changes, the system will try and bring you back in because you've now disturbed its environment. So you'll have to make sure that this is just not a response of the parasites now fighting to get you back under control, or if you are really doing more damage by trying to do too much that ain't conducive to what you really need to do. See, sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. Let me be more mindful of my spiritual diet. Let me be more mindful of my mental diet, which is the most important thing right now. And let me be more mindful of my physical diet. Let me start putting them all together. Let me stop eating stress. Let me stop worrying. Let me stop all this other stuff that is pulling me apart. And then I can see how to hold myself together. But in all of that, you ain't heard me say shit about no fucking inner child, did you? You ain't heard me say shit about that one time when I was 6 and I got spanked for shitting on the wall. Holy shit, already happened. Let me stay focused and I got spanked for shitting on the wall. Holy shit, already happened. Let me stay fucking present. Y'all gonna quit dealing with this fucking inner child shit, but hey, keep doing you. Keep taking guidance that is burning you. You got to even get out of mind and body and soul. You just got to be spirit. Mind, body, and soul is the trap for spirit in dissection. My perspective, my experience. Spirit was all of this. Mind, body, and soul is the soul that has fragmented itself from the ideology of spirit and is just trying to figure out how to tangibly play out the experience of identity and value. Hey, and I'll say this, Zuri, I get that. I get that. You're trying to stay out of surgery because, again, and as a junior herbalist, not a junior herbalist, but as a rogue herbalist, I get it. You don't want to go any further into this corrupt-ass medical system than you have to, but you also got to understand what I'm saying. Sometimes we are so far off of the ancestral path of natural healing and going into alternative medicine and Ayurvedics and TCMs, traditional Chinese medicine and all that shit. Your body might need some technological assistance of today's medicine because we've been eating today's medical products. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not telling you to go take a consult and just take their advice and get it. Do what you can to save yourself, but don't be no fool. I will tell you that. Don't be no fool. If it gets to the point to where that is the best option to give you the best course of life, do what's best for you and not what others are telling you. Girl, see, ain't no way I get on the table and that'll be the first motherfucker in there. Don't take guidance that'll end up being trickery. Just be aware of what's going on and take accountability and responsibility for yourself. Hey, I wish you perfected healing. That's real. I wish you perfected healing and that your imagery is everything that you need to see. Even if it's not positive results, I'm hoping that it gives you enough clarity to continue on in the best course that's for you. That's all I can do. So let me finish up because I got 4 minutes. This was you're being tricked into being patient with your conditions, which means you might as well just take the medicine. You ever seen an episode of somebody in the mental hospital and then all they want you to do is just keep taking the medicine so you stay stuck in your situation? Hell, especially my people. In antiquity, a lot of our elders ended up in mental hospitals because they had gifts. They were seers. They could hear spirits. They could talk to spirits. They knew too much. They had too much clarity in a society that didn't want them to be clear. So then they both throw them in a motherfucking mental institution. And now they fill them full of medicine, and now they can't think for themselves. That is what this realm is doing for y'all. Giving y'all so much bullshit ideology to have you chasing your own tail, trying to figure out how to heal, that you're making yourself sick. And you don't see it. Why? Because your ego has already invested into that guidance that ain't done nothing but stole your fire and got your ass burning. You're a fucking phoenix. Why? $4.99. Balancing the end game. Balancing the end game of making you use your energy to go find yourself. Think about what I just said. Making you use your energy to go find yourself. Oops, I got your nose if you was here yesterday. You fall for the okie doke. The biggest question is not what the end game is. The biggest problem is, why am I playing? It's chess, not checkers. Why the fuck are you on the board? The next answer out of most people's mouth is some bullshit. It's chess, not checkers. Why are you playing the game? Because justification. I won't be surprised if 11 comes up. Even worse, you your own devil. You have been harmed. See, we had 2-5. Now we at 1-5. You still moving. You still moving. You your own devil. You are not advocating for yourself. You are your own adversary because you're only advocating for what already got your ass on the go. I'm going to heal my inner child, though. When you going to be the grown adult? I can't be here because I'm still tore up there. Then you a fucking time machine. Make it make sense. You will, though. And only you can put out that forest fire, Smokey. Why? 31. Time. Timelessly pulled apart. The thoughts got all my potential, but only 3 + 1 is 4. But if the thoughts got all your potential and you are already trapped, everything can run you in all different directions. How do you keep a fool being foolish? Making them chase themselves everywhere. And they'll always be hidden. If you are chasing yourself everywhere, you will never find you. You'll just find pieces. And I got enough pieces to have peace. You're right, but you're still broken. And it's only broken in your thought process. Judgment. Bad judgment. Fuck y'all for that one. Fuck y'all for that one. The next one is 22, the master builder. I tell you, the spiritual journey is the only thing you should be building. But if I'm aware of myself, there's nothing to build. But if I keep building better versions of me in order to figure out who I am, who the fuck was I? You get it? Probably not. If I'm not safe in who I am and I think I got to build a better version of me, I already did not have enough love for myself. So here's your 22. What are you building? And again, what I put in my reading was, who built all of this? And then I got ancestral with it. In the sense of this country, who built all this shit? We built it and don't own not a goddamn inch of it. So what the fuck did you do? Build a better cage for yourself. You built a better cage for yourself to struggle in. But I'm going to heal my inner child. Holy shit, you fracturing and fragmenting yourself with the ideology of healing, but you ain't doing nothing but goddamn sponsoring your own traumas. Oops, 22. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. Linda, Linda, Linda. You still doing this shit all wrong. You see what happened here? There's 1 2 and there's another 2. You just broke yourself further apart. And now you are hidden in everything that you're doing wrong because you righteously think that you ain't doing nothing but revealing what you need to see by creating it. Oops. See, I'ma find me by creating me. Well, then who the fuck are you? I don't know. It's because I was never safe. So you gonna mean to tell me that you ain't safe now, but you're gonna build something else? That's a shaky ass foundation. You ain't safe now, but you're gonna build a better you. The better you ain't gonna be safe either. Sorry. Y'all won't understand that one, so I'm gonna shut that one up. 4. 2 + 2, 1 + 1 is 2, equals 4. What's 4? You trapped, Hoss. You in the Matrix. You are trapped in a thought that you are waiting to see, only you can't see shit until you give up your energy. Did you catch that? Because I got to go. You waiting to see something, but it's waiting to take your energy in order to create it. But yet you have been mind fucked into thinking that it's already there. Trapped. 4. Trapped, matrixed, and can't think for yourself. So you're not only responsive to all the traumas that now have more power than you. Because you're just trying to stabilize them. Holy sheep shit. Another 2. 2 + 9, 11. 1 + 1, 2. 2 + 0, 2. Stability. I don't know what things are. So I'm just trying to stabilize the situation. Why? Earlier I told you 99 was the second line, the end game. I'm just trying to find which one of them 9s in that 99 is the safest version of me. But wait a minute, sir, ma'am, there's still 2 of them. I know, but I just need to find safety in one of them, and then I'll heal the other one later. But wasn't both of the 9s you? Yeah, but see, I'm still a work in progress because see the way duality and the law of cause and reflection and the law of attraction and the law of the dog ate my homework and the law of the way that my ass is programmed, but I can't never be told nothing different because the way my ego is set up, I'm set up too. Y'all gonna get enough of buying every fucking thing they put in front of you. You're too fucking easily programmed, but too ignorant to be taught anything fucking different. But let your life tell your tale. Buckle up, motherfuckers.